Good evening. Welcome to the Den. Have a very interesting conversation to have tonight, and get a few things off my chest, and then we're just gonna do it. See, I've been looking at things all wrong. Shout out to Illusion. What? Hold on one moment. Hold on. It's very strange for me to get phone calls. Period. Uh, Much less at this time of night from a number I don't know. But we're looking at that a bit later. Um, Follow up on this. But so anyway, welcome to the Den. I'm glad you could join me this evening. Tonight we're going to talk about a situation. We're going to talk about a death that could have been prevented, right? And I posted the video in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you should maybe be a part of that. I think I got to be more cautious with the Discord as well. Like, it may not be fair, but I think it's about time to do a Discord cleansing. Not for any other purposes, but cleanse your body. Got to cleanse the community. Um, this number is concerned, but I feel like I'm gonna fucking call it back. It's gonna be something fucking stupid. Let's do this. I gotta feel it's something fucking stupid. Matter of fact, I know it's fucking stupid. It's stupid. Yeah. Yeah. Pardon me. Still slightly concerning. Anyway, but I don't think it is what it is. So tonight we're going to talk about something that could have been truly prevented, something that should not have even taken place. When careless in small moments, um, things can happen. You should always be alert. Remember, I talked about the other day. I was talking about being alert. It's one thing to be aware; it's another thing to be alert. And so, in this situation, it's a very fucked up situation, and people are pointing fingers in all kind of directions. But I only think there's one direction to point these fingers. I'm gonna show y'all this video. I'm gonna show y'all a couple of other things. Gonna get back to the way the den used to be. Just not necessarily a variety of content, but a couple of things we'll talk about. I have a main topic. Show you a couple of things that I've come across. Spark some conversation. We'll take some calls. So, number one, let's see, we have joining us, and then we'll get into. I'm gonna show y'all the video. I'm not gonna show you the baby getting hit. I'm gonna show you the news clip. It does not show the baby getting hit. I definitely wouldn't show that. That's look, all the jokes I crack about kids or whatever. No, that's no way. And when you see it, if you haven't seen it already, like I said, I posted it in the Discord. So if you haven't seen it already, that's one thing, but I'll show it here. Let's talk about it. Good evening, ma'am. It's all an illusion. What's the motherfucking deal? 335. Peace. Uh Delta Echo Golf, what's the motherfucking deal? J Mail, what's the motherfucking deal? Jabari, what's the motherfucking deal? God, terrible. Professor Trio, what's the motherfucking deal? She got hit. She parked in the meeting and left. Man, look, Michelle. And again, I don't be saying the shit I be saying just to be pinpoint women, but women go out on the internet and say these things, dudes. I've seen an influencer who got in a car wreck and somebody was recording from across the way. And the motherfucker got in a wreck and then got out and just started dancing. Like put up a fucking camera and started dancing. I seen a nurse. I lost another patient today. Imagine the time it takes to set up that fucking tripod, set your camera there, or to even be a dick and ask somebody else to record this while I fake cry. To boohoo it out and then upload it to the internet. Be like, yeah, this will get them. Like, do you understand narcissism? Do women really understand what narcissism means? Because they love to use it against men, and women are really the biggest narcissists out there. But that's not the angle I want to go today, right? But I might. Stay tuned. I might. Um, let's see if everybody's good. All right, cool. So let's just get into it. Let me go ahead and show you guys the video. I'm not even gonna do all the extra shit. I'm just gonna pull the fucking video up. Fuck all that other stuff. We just do it how we do it. Does this one not fucking download? This one I want to show y'all. I don't know if it downloaded or not. We'll see. If it did, we'll watch it. If it didn't, I'll share it with y'all later, probably in the Discord or something. All right. However, we got their pre-game snacks together. I'm reheating up some pizza. I'm like, let's try the pizza. Let's eat pizza again. I don't want to fucking hear it. Right? I don't want to fucking hear it. Shout out to Illusion. I was on the Tiki Taki the other day. There was something he posted. Definitely had me a mental shift. Or like trying to convince people to do any of that. Just do what you gotta do. Heidi got banned from the gram. Let's celebrate. Celebrate. All right, so here's a video. I'm gonna be quiet and let y'all hear it. And I want y'all to I'm gonna let the video play. The video get my little piece out the little oven thing. I'm gonna let the video play. And then I want y'all to tell me what your immediate response is after watching the video. I should be back before it loops again. If it does loop, just share what your immediate response is if you have not seen it.
Drive near Alding Westfield. Video from a Ring camera shows the unfortunate accident. You can see the adults walking toward the apartment complex while the toddler was still in front of the car as the driver pulls forward, thinking the path was clear. A neighbor helped the family get to the hospital where the little girl died.
What would anybody else do at this situation? You know what I'm saying? And I expect the same treatment from somebody else for my child, you know what I'm saying?
Was she responsive at all?
She was never responsive. So when I got her, she was no crying, no moving, no blinking. She wasn't doing anything, but I just tried to stay positive and keep everybody in my passenger seat comfortable and tell them that it's gonna be all right.
Just a horrible situation there. The sheriff says family members pulled the Uber driver out of the car and assaulted him. He was taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. So far, we don't have any information about charges in the case.
One of the concerning things about me with this story in particular is that this took place in Houston. Why didn't that Uber driver have his pew-pew on him? Right? I mean, look, I understand you are highly upset about what took place. I get it. It's your fucking fault, not mine. I'm not going to get beat up because of your neglect, right? Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like it's a crazy thing, and then have the nerve again, like I say, putting phones in their hands while they do it. Kid don't know what's going on, has no self awareness, has no sense of danger. Parents don't give a fuck if they lost their phones. I'm gonna show y'all something. I want to know y'all's thoughts. Whether you agree with me, disagree with me, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna show the video here in a second, and we're just gonna kind of break it down a little bit, and you'll see why it's no fault, in my opinion, of the Uber driver. Right? That's a fucking big vehicle, one. Right? Hard vehicle. You're wrong, right? In this situation right here, pizza's entirely too hot. In a situation like this, where it's a dangerous situation, you're getting out of a rideshare, Uber, Lyft, whatever, and you've neglected to have any awareness for the kid, how often do you think they let that kid run around the house unattended? if you're not aware of them in special circumstances, first you yank your fucking cord out your thing. Why do I even have this on? But if you're not aware of them in special circumstances, how the fuck are you going to be aware of them in everyday normal circumstances where you feel where you feel comfort, right? When you feel comfort is when you start to let your guard down, you let your shield down. So you're like, that's kind of one thing, right? This kid was not even 2 years old. Not even 2 years old. Said a couple of months from 2 years old. Right? What you say? Let me see. Got a pizza are we eating? Well, guess we gotta end the stream. Well, let's watch it again. We're gonna watch it again. But not necessarily watch it. I'm kind of
Noon on Waverly Drive.
I want to hear the sound. I just want to hear that this. I'm just gonna scoot forward. So let's kind of take it scene by scene, right? Right about here. I'm assuming the driver intended to go forward and turn around. Now, right here, this is where I wish I still had my whatchamacallit. I need to bring that back. I need to bring the whiteboard back, right? Oh, do I got my whiteboard tool in here? Hell no. But right in front of the vehicle, let's do this. Yeah. All right, cool. So here, kind of hard to focus on. So right here, right here, do it right there. There you go, right here, right. That's a woman, probably a teenager. I don't know, it's a woman. You have a small child right here, right? You know that there's two small children with you. Why is the other small child not in front of you, or at least in your presence? You got what I'm assuming is the mother here, right? Or maybe vice versa, whatever. Some people say, well, maybe she thought the other child had the kid in her hand. So check that shit. Like if you have a small child, like that should be the most precious car that you're making sure you're getting out of this vehicle with. When you're getting out of a stranger's vehicle, regardless if you Ubered it or not, whatever's going on. The vehicle was an SUV, some type of small SUV, maybe, I don't know. A lot of these vehicles now are higher up off the ground. You can't see in front of them. Whether it be SUVs, trucks, or whatever. This is a small child, but you decide to let it walk. Now, let's kind of play forward a little bit. At this point, we strolled a couple of steps. Nobody's acknowledging the missing kid. It's at this point, and I'm very sad when I look at this now. I'm extremely sad when I look at this now because I might be wrong. I'm gonna try to zoom it up a little bit. I might be wrong. But it almost looks as if the baby's holding on to the vehicle for support to try to move around it. Nobody's checked yet. And now you're saying, Hunter, there's a couple of seconds, there's a couple of steps. I don't understand how it gets this far. Right? You know what I'm saying? Right here, if you can't see it, it's hard to see, is a small child. Right there, it's a small toddler. a couple of months from 2 years old. Car seats, niggas in car seats. Stop playing. Right here. If you can't see it, moving around very slowly. Ain't no way. Like I'm not I have no kids. I'm not a mother. I know there are a lot of ain't shit moms out there, right? They have dibble dabbled with a few. Who knows? This is the world we live in. But no ball bullshit to the side. How do you not like? You love to see people they love to put their babies all over the gram. They love to put them all over on the internet when it's cool, when it's that's the thing to do. But how do you not know where your baby? I thought there was this motherly connection that you just I mean, I might be wrong. I don't necessarily got the words, but let's kind of bring it back a little bit. If you can kind of see what I'm saying, and maybe I'm wrong, right? Kind of go back to it's weird. Right here. So obviously they didn't went shopping. I'm trying to see if that's a bag in mama's hand. Looks like a bag or something or two in this other person's hand. You got the smallest child right here. Just kind of let the whole thing play to where it stops. Real quick. Now watch. Like it's weird, right? Like right this little corner right here. You can almost see the little part of the baby almost making her way around right now. You see the baby move away in fear of walking in front of the vehicle. You don't turn around until the vehicle starts to fucking move. You don't turn around. You don't baby check. The two smaller people have gotten in front of your vision at this point in time, right? So it's two things to watch for, and it's kind of hard to watch, right? You have to watch these people, especially how fast someone. Again, I don't know if this is a kid. I don't know. Again, we can talk demographics. We can talk all that shit. We can do all that, but it's not necessarily the point right now. We'll get there in a second. And you watch this baby and how the baby moves. You got bags. Don't look like this one got anything in her hands. Actually, the mama don't look like she carrying shit. Just walking, doing nothing. That makes me even more annoyed because we know those kind of moms. You got you to. And again, I think you should use your kids. Yeah, you got free slaves. You got to take care of them and feed them. Why not? But you got one little kid shouldn't be. One is the smallest child in the green shouldn't be looking after no small children. The other person obviously looks like they have several items, so they're carrying whatever items that they've just ventured forth from. And you just kind of waddling your way out the goddamn vehicle, only the last minute turn around and be like, oh my God. And then your response is to beat up the Uber driver. Like, there's no energy for that. There's no energy to beat up the Uber driver. The energy is let's try to get this baby to the fucking hospital. Somebody call fucking 911. Who got a vehicle? Whatever. The neighbor talking about he got a car. Like, it shouldn't have been, and he should have been a man in the situation. Man, fuck all this stupid shit. Let's get this baby to the fucking hospital, even whether it's breathing or not, whatever, and try to find out. Y'all worried about the fucking Uber driver. This is y'all's fault. Right? Could definitely be a dwarf. Yeah, an adult walked in front of people, and then a baby. No, not the green clothes one. Heidi, St. Patrick's Day is over. Put the Heineken down. Like, I don't understand. This is the Negro misplaced anger, right? Because I'm gonna be honest. Had I been an Uber driver or a situation like this, is not to be made light of, but we're talking about a branch of the family tree about to be knocked off. Like, I'm gonna tell you something else too. I'm gonna tell you something else. So I'm gonna show you something. If this video downloaded to back up my points when I say the things I say, because y'all swear I come on here and say shit just to be saying shit. Those who know. Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In front of your car, you can't see that. He does not see that baby. Number two, I'm an Uber driver in an area, let's just say, that doesn't appear to be the most pleasant. Do I want to hang around? Am I trying to kick it? No, I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here. I'm trying to go get my next fare. I might be just dropping him off trying to get my next fare, and you know what I'm saying, trying to get my next fare so I can get on. I'm happy that this family that probably didn't leave me a tip. If we're going by demographics, we're going by stats, and I'm not trying to make light of it. We're just talking likelihoods here. Disagree with me? Call in when I open up the line. This family that probably didn't leave me a tip. Baby wasn't in the seat. I'm not going to say the baby was loud and crying, but small children are not pleasant to ride with, right? So, yeah, you expect when people get out your vehicle, I look in my back seat, nobody's in my back seat. Nobody's in the passenger. I don't think so. Nobody should have been in the fucking third row. Okay. I look in front of me, I don't see anybody. I may look to the side, I'm not counting 1, 2, 3, 4. They got them all. That's not my job, right? I got my next fare. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make a living here. I need to get out of here so I can go do what I need to do. I'd sue Uber. I'd sue that apartment complex. I'd sue that family. I'd sue everybody, right? Because it was not on me, right? I mean, it was on me, but not necessarily on me because you did not responsibly have your ducks in a row. Saw the duck in the comment. I thought I'd throw that out there. And it's unfortunate again because we talk about parenting and we talk about, oh, they're just so strong and independent. I guess they start making the kids strong and independent from birth, right? They just come out strong and independent. Well, you can walk, you're independent now, right? So here we are. Oh, interesting. Interesting, Heidi. I've seen you do better. I'm disappointed. You get kicked off IG, I expect you to start coming with the heavy hitters. So there's that. I'm gonna come back to this, but the reason why I say, especially with you got a lot think about the lot of the modern black moms, right? Modern black moms are not like our black mothers. If you've had a black mother, or you might have had a friend who was black, and you can say, "Well, that's my black mother." They don't whoop their kids' asses these days. They will fight you for saying that their kids have bad behavior, right? I'm hoping that this video works. I don't think it is. Son of a biscuit eater. All right. I'm going to do some sketchy stuff in the background. This won't be the first time. But because I want to show you this video. Because it's what I'm saying about, I think I'll get the shorter. It might let me do the shorter version. About how nowadays you can't, people get upset with you because we're just automatically supposed to accept that she's a mother, so she's a great parent. You can't say anything to anybody's kids. I'm gonna show you a video of two motherfuckers who probably should have been here with a tiger uppercut, completely in the wrong. But again, you can't do anything. You can't say anything. That. But it ties into why I say that I'm pretty sure that Uber driver was, for multiple reasons, ready to get out of that area, right? So why did it take so long? Sure. But so we may have to wait just a bit for whatever reason to get that. But again, like I said, so now a lot of these modern moms, oh, I have angels and my children would never, and all this other shit. Meanwhile, all they do is fucking work on OnlyFans and shit or whatever. I'm gonna show you how a short video because I don't know how long that other video is. Like, Ridiculous. This is so fucking slow. But we'll have to wait for that while that does whatever it's doing. So yeah. So again, like I say, that family commits. But like, so here's my thing too about that. I actually heard the story before I saw the video. I saw like a little news clip thing of it, like a clipping from the paper or whatever. And I knew what the fuck. I knew exactly like that video was basically what played in my. Not of course not the exact car color, and I'm not gonna have the exact characteristics, but in my mind that's what I thought of. Family, it's family gets out of rideshare. One family, but didn't know there's no man involved. There's definitely not a man involved in that situation because if there was, a father would have been involved. Would have made sure his child was not left behind possibly in a stranger's vehicle. And then when he didn't see her immediately, he would have made sure that she was in a safe location. Women are not used to being in a protective status or like that. They love to say we protect the most, and then you always find the most neglectful stories in situations like this. And this is not about women bashing, but it just happens to be a situation where we are. So while I'm waiting for that other one to do, I said I had a couple other videos I wanted to show you. But yeah, that's the number one thing, right? So I talked to y'all about we're talking about not necessarily talking about moms, but we're talking about the effect a mom can play. And I want to play this next video for a particular reason, right? Because usually when I say stuff about women or I say stuff about bad mothers, being a man, you don't know what it's like to be a mom. You never carried life for 9 months. You've never had to breastfeed one of these bastards. So when you see and we talk about the impact, because I tell you, toxic moms are the worst thing, the worst, hands down, worst thing that can happen to a child having a toxic mother, because the child will always have that craving for the motherliness in their life that they'll never get from a person who doesn't know how to give it. And it's going to be a problem for you if you deal with it. If you date a person like that, if you are a person like that, I feel sorry for you because I can understand it. There's a point where you just have to say, I don't want to say you have to say I give up, but you can't expect someone to become something that they never had in them. But I'm going to show you this, and I want to know y'all's thoughts. And hopefully this other video, if not, I have 1 or 2 more videos we'll show. And I'm going to show you that last video. And then we'll open up the lines. Like that, that's the way. Let's do. Wow. And let me cut the sound off for you. See, when the men say it, you don't know what you're talking about. When men say it, oh, you don't know what you're talking. Y'all just hate women. When we talk about the outcome, a lot of single mothers create for their children, right? It's not always peaches and cream. 9 times out of 10, it's probably not peaches and cream. I'm not saying it's all terrible, but a lot of the behaviors that are normalized are probably going to have long-term negative effects. So let me do this and this, and then I'm going to shut up.
You were a single mother, but you had so much help, and you also weren't around to be a single mom for real. You might have been a single mom because you weren't with my father, but you were never a mom.
I mean, that's your opinion.
That's a fact. There's a large portion of my life that I was not living with you. You have not always been a mom. Mom, please stop playing.
What do you mean?
We're here and
She
we're having
lives in the past.
Yes, I do.
She
I
lives in
can't
the
get
past.
past it. Every single time I try to have a conversation with you, it's the same exact
Because you
thing.
get,
What do you mean?
You get hyper. You start crying.
Even though you're saying, I want to take accountability, I want to move on, true accountability and truly understanding what your daughter experienced is not negating any story that you think is different than yours. If it's so important for you to heal, then why is it not just okay to say, wow, okay, I hear your truth? Why do you have to defend that?
I get that you.
Do you think after that she took any accountability for her actions? So at least what's the motherfucking deal? Rob Myers. Well, shout out to Rob. What's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Time traveling Texan. What's the motherfucking deal? Oh, absolutely. Definitely getting a head count. But this is what I'm saying. So this right here has resonated differently, fellas, with some of the women in here. Because usually we say things, we talk about something. They don't care. It's tuned out. Just how that woman tuned out everything her daughter was saying and the host was saying. That's how a lot of the women around here tune us out when we say certain things. But because they saw this interaction between a mother and her daughter, it rung a bell for some of them, right? And we're not talking about Miss Bell, Northside, wherever she may be, but it rung a bell for some of them. Some will admit it, some will not. And it made it relatable because then it put them in their feelings because they can relate from that position, but they can't relate from the same position as a man. So that's why I played this video specifically. Some of you guys may or may not relate to it, but this was more so for the women. So there was the whole hey man, say man. Oh fuck. I wish I didn't eat all the kettle corn. I need some fucking kettle corn. Like go to Kroger's and get some fucking kettle corn. Don't know what time the fuck it was. I got a craving for kettle corn now. Like said I was not gonna eat. I ate way too much. Now I fucking want some. Like kettle corn and chill. But anyway. Yeah, don't say that, Heidi. But everything else, look, we can joke about everything else in the den. That's just one thing we're not gonna fucking joke about. God damn it. now you're getting serious around here. Unfortunately, we take precautions for these kind of things. So there's that. Matter of fact, yeah, where is Dita Gamma? Dita Gamma be plexing with me on Monopoly Go. I need some more friends on Monopoly Go too, so I get some more dice. Don't ask me why I started playing this shit. Because it's like this app that'll pay you for playing games and shit. So I started playing it, right? Only to realize like you got to play like a decent amount of the game. And I mean, I guess if you're gonna play it, it don't hurt to sign up for the shit because you're gonna play anyway. Like, might as well make money playing the fucking shit. I don't really play like that, but I guess fuck it. But yeah, so I've been needing some more dice, and I see like Dita Gamma on here, and every time I fuck around, Dita Gamma knocking down some shit. You know what I'm talking about? Anywho, that right there is a significant amount of women who are dealing with these similar type of problems. Again, and it's unfortunate because their moms, we talk about narcissists, we talk about shit like that. Women are the most narcissistic people on the planet. Hands down, not even close. Because they don't have to be held accountable for their actions. And so they're allowed to breed and treat their seed and leave them with needs. And she probably turned to smoking weed. Who knows, right? Freestyle King. But it's sad, really, though, because this woman here is going to be miserable her whole life. She'll never, ever have a relationship with a man that's worthwhile because she'll always be longing for this type of love that she'll never receive from her mother, right? So it's unfortunate, right? It's not a hideous looking woman. But she's going to be lost. She's going to be ugly inside because she's not going to know how to give that love because she's always going to be longing for it. You know, some women do turn around and kind of, they're able to, you know, fucking, what am I doing here? Some women can, you know, they'll turn around and try to give that love that they never received. But again, it's very difficult. And again, it's going to be a lifetime of problems for any man that decides to deal with this. Trust me. I've told y'all before, look, as a man, do not deal with a broken woman. A broken woman is more likely to bring you down than you are to be able to bring her up. And you are going to suffer for it. So it sounds fucked up, right? Because I'm the type of guy, and I think most men are the type of guy, if you like something, you figure, hey, I can solve this riddle. I'll fix the problem. We feel like we can fix anything. You feel like you can fix a car. You feel like you can fix a house. You feel like you can fix the plumbing, whatever, right? You feel like you fix one of these broken ass bitches, but you cannot. You absolutely cannot, right? So this is a reminder for any woman Any man trying to fix a broken woman. A broken man, but here's the thing: a broken woman just can't be fixed. A broken man has to fix himself. Period. A broken woman is always going to long for something that she may or may not be able to receive. So sometimes it's going to be far fetched, and they're less likely to want to accept reality. So there's that. So you, yeah, smoking weed definitely doesn't make you. Is she a mud shark? But again, let's run through this real quick. I'm gonna cut the sound on the video. I don't want y'all to look at the faces that this woman makes, right? And the reason she's making this face is because of some of you niggas out there. You go dry dick ass niggas out here. Look at this. Some of you all dry dick ass niggas out here still philandering with this type of shenaniganery, right? And now she's got a traumatic child, son of a bit, on these talk shows. And she just like, whatever, because you were hyper. Imagine that, right? Imagine that. Oh, men are broken? Yeah, definitely. I'll be trying to give red flags and warning signs. Don't deal with me. I'm a terrible person. But yeah, you can tell how much this burns her up. And look, see, you can tell that woman in the crowd agrees. She relates to it. And then she can't get past it. Look, like she said, she can't get past it. She'll never get past it. Because you were hyper. When I said hyper, happiness looks like she go in a buffet. When the last time y'all seen Ken? I reached out to Ken the other day. I shot Ken a message the other day. Just to check on him. Hope Ken, if you're watching, Ken, if you're listening, hope you're all right. And once a friend of the den, always a friend of the den. I saw something the other day that made me very sad. Okay, that video's done. Cool. I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all a couple of things. Some of these little humors, then we're gonna open up the line. I don't want it to be all sad. But I want to show you this. I'm gonna show you this. 12. Good to see you. Let me show you the video that I was talking about when I talk about how these parents nowadays don't want you to tell their kids shit. Fade to black. I'm gonna just let it play.
Something right. Hey! Screw me! Don't yell at my motherfucking baby. She's not inside this regular ass mall. So you not finna yell at her. The fuck about you looking over there, but you hear what I'm saying to your pussy. Don't motherfucking yell at some bitch. Don't yell at my motherfucking mall. Fuck you, back it up. 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 Get off me. Back it up. Back it up. Don't, nigga, don't play with me. I ain't playing with you. Back it up. Don't play with me. Back it up. Fuck, nigga. Back it up. Fuck you talking about, bitch, nigga. You better back it up. Yelling at my motherfucking baby, bitch. Yell again, baby. I want that fuck nigga to finish, nigga. You better back it up. Don't yell at nothing I supply for. You do a motherfucking thing for you. Better back it up. She can yell. You better back it up. She can yell. You better back it up. She can yell. She can yell. What's up? What's up? What's up? Exactly. Pussy nigga. Come on, niggas like you get fucked. He getting up on niggas like you get fucked. Niggas like you get fucked. Nigga. Fuck you, niggas like you better back it up. Fuck you, somebody. You take dick every night, bitch. Fuck you, somebody, nigga.
So that's not the whole video. There's actually a longer video, but you saw the kids actually start getting worse. They start getting in the man's face, calling him all kind of shit. That's why I don't nobody give a fuck about your kid. That's why, like, again, I feel sorry for the baby that got hit by the deal. I don't know the mom personally, but the likelihood that it grew up to be in a situation like this makes you wonder, right? What's going on? What's the common denominator that we see in both these situations where I would say that in both scenarios, these were neglectful parenting, multiple neglectful parents. You got kids out in public running around screaming, doing whatever they want to. And again, if they do this in public, we know God knows what they do at home. And again, probably no rules. You can't tell them nothing. You start saying all this shit. And then the little boy starts sounding like most black women sound when they can't say nothing else. Like, I'm ashamed of myself. I told you I've been just arguing with people randomly online. Usually when I make statements, though, if it's a dude that responds, it concludes in a understood arrangement. Either I disagree, we just disagree, or it is what it is. But anytime it's a woman, it's always oh, you must be gay, or you must be. No, just y'all bitches are just dumb. It has nothing to do with my sexuality. It has everything to do with your ignorance. Like, but again, that's the first thing they go to because that's all they got. That's the only thing they have is to try to attempt to attack your manhood, right? But when that shit don't faze you because you're not emotional like the kids they raise, like the young men they raise, then they don't know what to do, right? They start trying to discredit or do whatever, but then they just end up blocking you because, that power, you have no power here, right? So now, yeah, I've been kind of, I try to remain very, very humble, but sometimes it's just getting to the point where I be having to say certain shit. I don't be wanting to say it, but I be feeling like I have to, because if I don't, no one else will. Yes. Okay. So yeah, and that's usually the feedback. But now you got your kids saying the same shit most they hear. Oh, you gay, you gay, you did, and it's dumb shit, right? It's dumb because there's nothing for it. Like what does that mean? Again, like they keep saying the same shit over there. Their whole point is to out loud you, not to provide an argument, not to resolve the situation, not to come to either an amicable or a violent conclusion. They just want to make a bunch of noise and generate a bunch of attention. And then they raise a bunch of sons who end up being very structurally weak in the wrist who do the same type of shit, right? Yeah. And again, here we go. This might still be on the table. Like, have you been looking at the statistics lately? Like, hey, we are the champions here. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. So, yeah, I mean, just the kids are acting ignorant. You can't tell motherfuckers shit, right? Because you tell somebody, hey, man, chill out, correct your behavior. You're the bad guy. You're making this situation uncomfortable for everybody else involved. Every other motherfucker, all these goofy ass niggas right here. And again, if she'd have done something, put her hands on the nigga, done something, they'd run up on him. Security guard is a female, bro. Man, some of these bitches are exactly that. They're female. They're feral fucking female Homo sapiens. We'll say felines, but I'm not going to disrespect cats like that. They're animals. They're wild fucking animals, right? These are the members of the racial jungle. That's your president. Yeah, these are members of the fucking racial jungle that your president so warned you about. So fucking I fucking hate myself. So long ago, right? So here we are though. Here we are. And again, this is in Atlanta, of course. It's always in Atlanta. ATL shouted. Atlanta's a place I'd never want to go to. Thankful for my travel advisor, Miss Grace, and then just the music that emanates from there, and then the people that you see that come from Atlanta. Yes, you people. That you see come from Atlanta. There's nothing about that place that makes me want to go, right? Like nothing that interests me in ATL, shouty. Like and I know there's some, well, the statistics for women are like they're wrong. Who wants to deal with more women? Who wants to deal with more women? Like, come on, bro. Like that's not a solution, right? That if you want easy pickings, go ahead, go do your thing, I guess, whatever. But who wants to deal? What's the third thing? Who wants to deal with that? Right? Like nobody wants to deal with that. So, oh no, just definitely not MGTOW. Oh, absolutely not. But it's just a situation with going to a place just to add to your roster. I don't find that a valuable situation. It's just, God damn it. I rolled off a Monopoly die. It's unfortunate, right? Because think, why would you want to go to a place with more people like this? 'Cause when you say, when I think numbers, oh, you got to increase, you got way more women. I think of this shit. This is what I think of. So why would I want to go into an area with more of that? Probably means it's more likely for me to get assassinated, right? It's more likely that I get unalive in an environment like that for some coochie that's probably dirty already. So I don't want that tainted Atlanta coochie. No man can survive that. Obviously, it's all the coochie in Atlanta turning niggas gay. That's what's happening. Like it can't be. Like, how do you have that high of a concert? It's got to be. It's have to be a common. They fucking with the bitches out there. The bitches looking like the others. Next thing you know, they done got whoopty woodle. And now Atlanta coochie turning niggas gay. You heard it here first. We got to the source. It's not that. It's just. It's the coochie. It's the goods in Atlanta. Oh, no good. Oh, son of a bitch. Did I do that? Pray for me, y'all. Hope that this works. But yeah. So there's that. And I'm cool. I'm cool down here in Houston. I mean, it's getting out here. It's getting wild out here. I'm still super serious on the I just gotta get free. That's all I can tell y'all. That's all I can tell y'all. I had another video to show y'all, and then we're gonna open up the lines. Two. Actually, I got 2 videos, 2 more, right? Maybe 3. There was some commentary going on last time, but we'll get to that. See, now, from a guy with a mother like this, I'm not going to say all moms are bad, all black moms are bad, because there are good mothers out there, right? Let's take this lady's advice, for instance. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what you think, right? This lady's going to make a statement. I'll let it play twice. Tell me what you guys think about this statement. Is she right? Is she wrong? Is she protecting her son, or is she giving him bad advice?
What you say, mama?
Are you getting messages from women online?
Yeah, you already know it.
Any woman that begs for the dick is a whore. Yes, I said it. Biblical prophecy.
What you say, mama?
Are you getting messages from women online?
Yeah, you already know it.
Any woman that begs for the dick is a whore. Yes, I said it. Biblical prophecy.
I have very little flame, and I'm trying to make it work. So talk to me. It's dead. I don't know what the other lighter is. Last. All right. So is she right? Is she wrong? If you think that she's right, drop a 1. If you think she's wrong, drop a 0. And if you think she's wrong, why do you think that she's wrong? You gonna sing a song, Time Traveling Texas? One more time for the people in the back.
What you say, mama?
Are you getting messages from women online?
Yeah, you already know it.
Any woman that begs for the dick is a whore. Yes, I said it. Biblical prophecy.
Interesting response that we have here. I came to discover at the end of the stream there were some shenanigans and tomfoolery taking place. Came across this video. I was informed that it should be shared. And then I have one video to end on a good note as to why I say the things that I tend to say about American westernized black women, even though I love black women. I don't love all y'all. So I need y'all to understand that. So, but before that, this.
Ladies, if you want to know how big a man is, look at his hands. Tell him to do like this. If he have little hands, if he have big hands, it actually coordinates with the fingers, the width and the length, and the hands. It's not the feet. Thank me later.
See, that's why we need to bring back being able to publicly allow just a slap upon your woman, right? It was really like a calling card. It wasn't assault, right? My thing is this, right? Why is it okay for women to say things like this? But if men start to make comments like this, we're misogynistic, we are objectifying, we are misogyny, objectifying, something else. What else I said? It's another word. My lingo's off tonight. But why, Heidi, that's the question, right? That's the question. I saw another video. I didn't share that one. It was a chick talking about that if it ain't 9 plus, she can't do anything for it. That's not a flex, ladies. Do y'all realize, like, maybe that's a thing between, like, is that a thing between women? Like, I can take a foot long. Do you think that's cool? Like, do you think that's a do you think that's a good thing? Do you think that makes you more womanly? So I mean, like, I'm curious about that because I've seen things that I don't want to see, right? And when it really comes down to it, women are the most disgusting people on the fucking planet. Like, when it comes down to it, by far and away, it's not even close. Women are the most disgusting people on the planet. They do the most ungodly things to themselves, right? So, again, why is it okay for statements to be made like this? And then you go look in the comments, oh, woo, yeah, I'm gonna check this and do that. All right, cool. Fine, whatever. But if a man says something like this, it's a goddamn crime. Why are you engaging women's bodies? That's why the video games are all fucked up. Now look, I never owned a PlayStation, but I was fascinated with the Laura Croft triangle titties, just like any other young man, right? When you didn't know any better. Right? Well, was there's a nude code for that? I mean, I got that on Nintendo 64. Right? Those of you used to play the DOA fighting game with the interesting physics. Right? Cool. Awesome. Great. Right? But now like all the women in video games are all mannish. You know what I mean? They're like very mannish. Like, this is why I say, that's why I love it. Like, that's what exactly right. That's why I love saying the shit I say. I was talking to my mom the other day. And she's like, why you be saying stuff like that? Because I be telling her, she could definitely not watch. One, I don't think she understands how to operate the YouTube and chat like that. But two, the content here it would burn her ears off. Oh my gosh. She definitely. It's no, we're not gonna listen to that no more. Why are you talking like that? My mom doesn't sound like that, but that's just my generic old lady voice. And so I tell her the things that I be saying because I pointed out we went shopping around some areas the other day, and so I'm taking her to a couple different stores, and I'm just pointing stuff out, and we're just having some commentary back and forth, and we're just talking about people watching and stuff like that. And so I tell her about the things that I say on the show, and I say, I have no issue saying it because I know that you never behaved like that. So it's great, right? It's cool. And I'm not sitting here thinking that, oh, my mom was a super saint. It's just certain people, you know, from how they move and how they operate, the extent of things and where they've ventured in life. Some people are very good at concealing things, but for the most part, no. You know, I've known my mom. I've known when she's probably at her worst behavior. And some I probably do every fucking day. And you know what that meant, and like how, because I know how things weigh on her soul. I know, just if you knew, when you know somebody who is just super green, you know, right? Like, when you just know. And I'm not going to go into too much more detail than that. So that's why I say I have no problem saying the things I said. I've never seen my mother back the way that these modern women act. So I have no issue slandering and saying the things that I say, because it's not a, because the first thing, like I said, it's always your game. Or your mama black. My mother's never behaved like that. I've seen my mom wear a wig. I've never seen my mother install weave in her hair. Right? Like I've seen her wear a wig and she's old, like, except when she first like was coming up to that. But it's not like no fucking super. It's like it's a little old lady church wig. Like, you know, it's a fucking wig. But other than that, like, come on, man. So that's why I have no issue whatsoever. Do my best Miss Grace impression. I'll save it for the Discord after the what's like. Y'all remind me in the Discord. I'll do it. So there's gonna be some mamas like shit. You see, it's what was that Freaknik documentary? Did they keep it up or did they end up taking it down? I just started seeing old Freaknik pictures circulating the interwebs. I'm gonna be honest, like we talk about all these OnlyFans hoes and all these other Freaknik hoes was, or I won't even say Freaknik because we had the Kappa down here, so it wasn't. It was probably a lot less rainbow since we're talking about Atlanta and all this. Anyway, but yeah, we had a cabin shit down here, and I know what I've seen with mine eyes, right? If you are a resident of the area, if you've been to any kind of Negro-led beach party in your lifetime, you know what type of activities go on there, right? See, like, here's my thing with niggas, like, because we always, I'm finna go on a rant, a semi-rant. Niggas always go, who white people do it too? Yeah, they do. But they do it like behind closed doors, right? Like that's my whole, I don't give a fuck what anybody does. Honestly, like, you gotta figure it out. Like, at this point, I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. This is just how I feel, and it is what the fuck it is. Right? So I don't care what people do. It's none of my fucking business. If I'm not interacting with it, I'm not intertwined. Like, I don't give a fuck whether it's crime, whether it's debauchery, whether it's drug use, whether it's just whatever the fuck it may be. I don't give a fuck what anybody's doing. I'm just not about promoting the shit. Like, we should not, like, if it's something that a person leads, if it's their lifestyle and it leads them into it, cool. But we should not be trying to encourage people to live lifestyles that are not beneficial to most, right? Like, everybody's not meant to live is not able to party. Some people are able to have successful careers. Some people crash out in a fucking week. Some people, you see some of these motherfuckers, these fucking celebrities and things, right? That you like, how does this motherfucker make it? Charlie Sheen, how is he still alive, right? That's a lifestyle meant for him. But if you were to encourage somebody else to do that, it might not be a good idea. If people want to get into all their little rainbow activities, cool, go do it. Like, on that house over the cliff with the Amityville house, go just do all y'all stuff in your little closed room, do whatever you do, right? People you want to be freaky, weird, go do whatever you do. No PDA. I ban all PDA, all right? A little hand holding, a little smooching on the cheek. Don't get all weird with it. Go to your homes. Go wherever you need to be. Don't film your OnlyFans videos in the Senate room. Like, why is it such a thing that everybody has to just put the bullshit out there? Now, I'm not encouraging anybody to engage in this and hide it, right? Not encouraging anybody to engage in any of these things, because ultimately there are negative consequences to all of them. But I'm just saying, like, why must we promote this shit at this point? Like, why? Why is it all of it? Right? What's happened when we start letting women vote? We start letting women say, "All right, dear, we value your opinion. All the fucking shit's going to shit." This is where we are now. That was really my whole purpose. We just need to, if we just take away the vote from the women again, we can get this thing back on track, right? Take away the vote from the women and all the women identifiers. We can get this thing back on track, fellas. Oh shit. Whew. I'm gonna open up the line. I got one more video for y'all, and then to end all my shenanigans on a happy note. I saw this the other day and it actually brought a smile on my face. This is why I say Western women, Western America, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Somebody come look at this. This is a prom in Uganda. Wow. The beauty, the grace, the fabulous fabrics. Are y'all seeing this? I haven't seen young people look this distinguished and classy in a long time. Oh my God, the red. Now this is where I would want to raise my children. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this is the way I want my son and my daughters to look at this age. Let's take a look at what American culture looks like, child.
His outfit bothers me. His shoes especially annoy me. That jacket is hideous, and that her. Why is the her? She got her eyes closed so she don't see that mess. And these two right here, I'm trying to figure out how is you 16 or 17 and your whole arm tattooed. Your whole arm tattooed and you just done put a pageant badge around you and said, yeah, this what we wearing. It's a mess. This one right here, they must have been chaperoning the prom because they look like they've been out of high school about 15 years. They ain't got 2 full-time jobs. That's all I'm saying about them. Right here. You got all this money, but couldn't go get no better shoes than that. Them shoes is too big and they don't go with that outfit. And she got on three different dresses that I don't like. Hideous. They look like they done been hit. They've been in a head-on collision with a skittle truck, and I don't like it.
We love to say certain behaviors that the Negroes do here in America is this is African behavior. Do that, man. Niggas in Africa do not do that bullshit, right? And it's sad, right? Them motherfuckers was looking sharp. That's that. Whatever happened to that style? Whatever happened to that? Now motherfuckers just want to be full of sequins and all outrageous. Niggas out here fucking wearing rhinestones and shit. Fucking like a rhinestone cowboy. Like all the fucking California cowboy. Y'all make me fucking sick. All these new California cowboys that just came in. These motherfuckers wearing rhinestones. Weird shit. I think I wish they would just go fucking home. I just wish they would fucking go home. Anyway. Let's open up the line. Let me get it going. Hold on, I actually don't even have it lined up. I still got the sauce lined up going, so give me a second. Diggity blah, diggity. All right. Deadline should be a go. You want to call into the den, you want to spill your thoughts tonight. 346-484-3336. We were talking about the little girl who got hit by the Uber driver. Whose fault was that? Was that the Uber driver's fault? Should the family have a case against Uber if it is liable? Is that the mother's fault? Was that a negligent parent? Talk about the video with the young lady whose mom didn't want to address the fact that she was a terrible single mom, which is something you can't say to mothers these days because you are going to hell if you do. 2222. Let me see. Look at loud. Let me see. They may not have. Let me make sure. All right. But yeah, I don't think I have to set back up for whatever reason. It's having an issue connecting with You know what? Let me see something that might be okay. Fuck it. I forgot to fuck about it later. So, like I keep saying, because I was on some momentum, and then I slowed down when I took my whole hiatus off. Like I said, I don't get on the computer too much when I'm not around. So I got a lot of stuff I need to get more from Sauce. I need to get more from Dan. There's a bunch of chat shit I want to do, but since then things have updated, so we'll definitely, like I said, I'll definitely add a little something each day, so we can start having a little bit more fun in this motherfucker. Yeah. So I don't know why it's not. Also the video with the other poor parenting, right? You have two, I'm assuming, single mothers letting their kids run wild on a rampage outside of the shopping mall. And because they technically weren't in the shopping mall, then he shouldn't have said anything. So I have a question. So if those two women who were out there, right, say that they were out there with their children and somebody ran up on them and mugged them, but they were not inside the mall, right? Do you think that they would expect the security guard to protect them outside the mall? Right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Oh, Lucian, give me 1 second. I think I got the wrong audio. And there we go. Illusion, what's the motherfucking deal? So, what's on your mind this evening, Mr. Illusion?
That was a good question you asked right before I called about would they have expected the security guard to protect them outside of the mall? Because you and I both know that they for sure would have. And if he didn't, they would have acted the exact same way. If he didn't say anything, they would have been calling him the same name.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, man. So just kind of looking at tonight's topic with the child. What were your thoughts on the situation with the Uber driver and the child? Who do you think was more responsible for the outcome of that situation?
Like 99% on the mom. And I can't tell if it was another adult there or if that was an older kid. But that like 99% the mom, like maybe 1% on the Uber driver for wanting to get the hell out of there so quickly. But I understand at the same time.
Yeah, I believe from what I read that those were all younger children. That's how I came across in the couple of articles I read about it. So again, I may be incorrect, but yeah, I believe there was a mom and the rest of those were kids.
And it looked like the mom walked around the back of the vehicle and the children walked around the front. And that's fucking crazy because even today, like my kids are both older, but I even tell my wife, like I make all of them walk around the back of a vehicle. I never let them walk in the front of a vehicle.
Yeah. That was funny. I thought I was tripping when I would look at that. I was like, yeah, because I would always, even myself, was like, yeah, go around the back. And I'm thinking, well, even in that situation, I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, it's a big deal. Maybe you didn't see him going out the back, but still, to me, it would have been safer, going around in the back of that vehicle. But yeah, it's unfortunate. But so
they all get bothered with me because I'll grab my wife by the arm and make her walk around the back of a vehicle. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing?
You got to make sure you understand. I'm serious. Yeah. So what do you think will happen on the outcome? Because again, even though I agree that I don't believe it's really the Uber driver or him. Again, it was a situation where that line of sight, it's hard to see a child that small. But do you think it's going to be a situation where whatever rideshare, if it was Uber or whoever, is going to end up coming out of some kind of money to resolve this?
Yeah, for sure. And so they're probably going to blame the driver just to protect their own interests. But that's kind of like the problem with the society where we're at right now is we don't really hold we don't hold people we don't hold degenerate people in general accountable. It's not even just women. We don't hold degenerate people accountable for anything. So I would assume that he's probably not going to be able to drive for Uber anymore, and they'll probably cut the mom a check. And the mom it'll probably be enough for them to move, but the mom will stay in that apartment.
A big car and some other nice thing. I don't know if I talked about this story. I think I did talk about this story here. The fucking mom, excuse me. Well, basically, she was on had food stamps. She was on welfare, and then they gave her like $10,000. They were supposed to use it to, I guess, improve her life. She decided she wanted to go to Miami and teach her kids that if you work hard, you can live a boss lifestyle, even though she didn't have a job. But she got a Miami makeover, well, not a Miami, a mommy makeover for Miami. They ate steak every night, and she bought them all new cell phones and outfits for each night of being in Miami. So
that's dope.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You gave them the money to use it how you want to. But I guess but it's crazy.
But that just goes to show it's not necessarily a money problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a mind state problem.
100% agree.
Like this is your one opportunity. Excuse me. This is your one opportunity to see what the lavish lifestyle is like. I can't provide it for you. So.
The fucked up part about it is, it may actually work on one of them kids. Remember that one time we went to Miami? Boy, mom ain't ever do shit, but I want to live like that, so I'm gonna work hard. Because it has an effect. It's either you're gonna be just like that or you're gonna be the opposite of it. So, you're gonna see that shit.
Yeah, either you're gonna be like, this is how I'd rather live and find a way to do that, or you're always gonna think that it should come quickly, and whenever you get a large sum of money, you should blow it immediately.
So of all the content that we consumed this evening, because a couple of things were said, the mother who made a statement to her son, do you agree or disagree with her views? That all women who...
That's why I said half. Because in a way, obviously she's right. Like if some female that doesn't even know you is in your in your inbox on the social media platform thirsty like that, then chances are you're not the only person that she's acting like that with, which would in fact make her a whore.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like depending on your charisma and how you carry yourself, your confidence level and things like that, women desire sex more than men do. And now that I'm older, I believe that wholeheartedly. When you're growing up, they make it seem like men are perverts.
Yeah.
And women are just these little innocent creatures, and men only want one thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now that I'm older, that is absolutely not true. So just because a man might be carrying himself in a way that a woman just sees the contentment in his persona, and she could see in his spirit, like, damn, this dude 100% believes in who he is. That right there could make a woman moist just by seeing that.
I have to 100% agree with that too. Yeah, I would say at a young age when it seemed like it was harder to come by and you had to put in a little bit more effort. But now I think, especially if you've been in certain positions in life and you see the true nature of women, they are by far they crave it significantly more. It's
yeah, and that is why I preach incessantly semen retention. Because I swear they can sense it. They can sense it. They're like, that dude doesn't care if he ever nuts. And then when they look at another dude that can't keep his hand off himself and his data usage on his phone is out of this world, they can sense that shit too.
It's
When
a
a dude
very
carries himself with the discipline, go ahead, my bad.
no, carry on. It's a kind of a little spinoff of what you said. But go ahead and say what you're saying.
I think they can sense the discipline because self-discipline is self-confidence, and like confidence is. It's not even just women, but a confident man is going to get anywhere he desires to get as long as he knows how to get
I would say also with the when you're talking about the retention, because that's also a thing. You know that women will get upset if they don't get it out of them. They will feel almost, I won't say less than, but it bothers them. And I find
there.
that
I think
very
less
amusing.
than is a good description.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, but I said I found that very like I didn't think that was a thing. You know, to me personally, I can engage in the act and not have to climax from it and just say I'm cool and it's not a big deal. But then there's been women who said that they find that like, well, why not? Why don't they? It's not always the intention. You know, it's like exercise, like a workout. You know, I mean, I look at it like that. Just a little bit more fun than the workouts you can do at the gym. That'll probably be illegal there, but you know, that's kind of how I would look at it. And so, but yeah, I've heard that you know it makes them feel a kind of way because you didn't climax or you don't bust a nut. So I find that I figured out women are evil, and that's what they want. They just want the source of the man's power. They want to have it all for themselves.
That is, I think that it's like it's definitely a psychological thing, and I think at first it'll break a woman's spirit. We won't like kill their spirit. You know what I mean? So if the woman is invested, it's gonna only work out for the better. Like I'm a year in, not a year straight, but I'm a year in, and at first I was like, I don't know if my marriage is gonna make it through this. But now my wife is like learning how to cook shit. I wanted her to cook our whole entire decade and a half relationship, trying to figure out how she's learning how to bake bread and shit, making her own coffee creamers and doing all kinds of wild shit. Shit where I'm like, I really don't have nothing I can complain about anymore. And that's the only difference. I mean, other than I honestly do feel like not superior to other people, but I feel like a superior being.
Yeah.
Having that kind of self-control, but also not just having the self-control, but I do think that there is a physical change to your body whenever you don't expel it.
Definitely.
I think every man should try it. I think every single man should give it at least 30 days, one time, and just see how they feel after.
You got to think about it. It was something I was watching. They were talking about. Think about when generally where guys have to go into situations where they're kind of forced to have to retain it. It was like what was it? It was like going to war. Well, men have to basically be better versions of themselves in the most dangerous times. It was a few different examples that they gave. I can't think of all of them. But times where, again, when you're in solitude or you're in isolation or ain't nothing but a bunch of other dudes around and you have a mission, you have a goal that you're trying to, and that the retention is generally one of the best tools to attain that goal. Beyond a funny nigga.
Well, and that's like
Same
well
with it.
known in the boxing community too.
Yeah.
And well, I think in all the combat sports communities is to, if you got a scheduled fight, you retain for at least 60 days before that fight. There's like a reason why that's been since the inception of organized combat sports, that's been something that they've done.
Yeah, so see women in the comments being weird. Beyond, I'm just saying your name. Chicago Mike was in here looking for you, Beyond. You better be careful. Fucking watched that shit the other day. Okay. Yeah, but I definitely would recommend it as also. Like again, now I'm not as consistent as I need to be. Play as fuck up. But yeah, I would definitely. There's been multiple times that I've done at least, a solid 30. You do feel a change. You do feel different. Especially if you're dealing with all kind of other kind of weird issues that people take medication and stuff. Well, I think when you get back to the basics, you cut out a lot of the crap in the food that you're eating. You keep it as close to natural as you can, and then you cut out, unnecessary behaviors. I think it can solve a lot of problems that a lot of people deal with.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. And I think it's like one of the keys to fixing the part of the problem here in Western society, especially in America, where we're the number one country and our number one export is pornography. When you over sexualize the way we are, and you got all because that is a spiritual connection, and we treat it like it's a recreational sport. You know what I mean? Like you could just go to sports and wellness and hop into a pickup game. That's how we treat sex in this country. And so if we could start to alleviate that, I think it would help repair a lot of the issues that men and women have with one another, because it's definitely not one-sided. I mean, yeah, it's fun to bag on women because they're crazy, but it's definitely not. It's a 50-50 problem that we have between the genders right now.
Yeah.
So if a dude's like, you got to help. Go ahead, my bad.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I mean, it's easy to keep the cycle going. We just keep pointing the finger back and forth at each other. But yeah, it's definitely, we all have a role to play into.
Well, and part of the problem right now, because like I was halfway joking when I said in the chat earlier that all men are broken and all women are broke, but in a way, I meant that too. But I think all humans are broke right now. Like we've gone through psychological operation after psychological operation, and in some way, shape, or form, the way that our minds are controlled has affected the traumatic experiences that we have in this life. And obviously, some people's circumstances make their experiences more traumatic than the next person's, but everybody's had some sort of trauma. And when we begin that healing process between the genders, like right now, the alpha male is what's appealing to the men. It's fuck them bitches. We need to take it back to the Bible times where they're just barefoot, pregnant, and cleaning. And that's not really the answer either, because that's the mentality that got us here in the first place, was patriarchal colonization. And so part of repairing that is going to be for the genders to start experiencing one another on a higher, less physical, less primitive level. And so if you remove the need for sexual interaction to be the number one priority, and these people have to start connecting with each other emotionally and spiritually before they can connect with each other physically, that alone is going to repair so much of the damage that's between the genders. And that's going to happen, because in order for us to repair community and society, we're going to have to repair the relationship between the genders. We can't have a 75% divorce rate regardless of who's filing first. We can't have so many broken families. We can't have so many step families. All that shit's going to have to be repaired for anything to get repaired.
That's a very insightful thing, because I'm thinking about it, and it's an interesting view, because I agree that, yeah, I think that it's going to take some higher level communication. I know something I could probably participate in myself, but I look at, like you said, how this country, our number one export is porn, everything being over sexualized. You got kids who can't half-ass speak English. That one, if you don't have the vocabulary to describe something, you're gonna struggle being able to describe it and get other people to comprehend it. So being able to speak about their emotions, to have these connections, this started concerning me, because like I say, you got young boys and girls. We can talk about who's more educated or not, but it's like there's all communication issues, these communication barriers. They're what's the word I'm looking for? The phrase that they're talking about, the level, their level of understanding, level of comprehension is much lower. So I think that's a lot more work that's going to have to be done. Where would you say it would have to start? Does it start once you've established a relationship and gotten past that point? Or how do you advise someone who's been so used to things being promoted one way to try to move towards that? What's up if I'm wording that correct?
Cut the motherfucking lights out.
You have no choice now. Hey,
cut the internet off.
hey, it's coming soon, ain't it? I'm hearing it's supposed to be what? It's supposed to get jiggy in April. I'm hearing. They say.
Yeah, they're definitely playing games with this solar eclipse. I'm not too sure that it's going to be as drastic as people are saying, and people are making a lot of like references to historical times or even biblical times, that these are lining up with like the plagues of Egypt and the 3 days of darkness and stuff like that. I'm not too sure if that's all true. But what I do know is that and this is what I know, this is not what I believe or think, our energy is really dictated by the luminaries in the sky, meaning the constellations and the sun and the moon. Like, pay attention to the moon cycle. If you're in a relationship or you are around a woman who still menstruates, pay attention to the moon cycles and you'll start to realize when it's time to back off and let her have her emotional time. But anyway, I say all that to say this, that eclipse and other eclipses and other phenomena that happens with the luminaries is going to affect the kind of energy that we have on this planet. We live in an electromagnetic planet, and it's all light. So the different lights that are coming down here that we're absorbing is going to affect our energy and our vibration. I don't know if it's going to cause a blackout. If it does cause a blackout, it wasn't the eclipse that caused it. It was planned.
Yeah.
But all things end up working out for good for the righteous. So as long as you're lighthearted, you'll be fine either way. But that's the answer to me, is like, stop giving people the instant gratification of the internet and social media and 30-second video clips.
Of course, let's take it back to, like I say, I'm a firm believer in the old ways worked. People didn't have access to so many people. They made it work in the relationships they were in because they didn't, I don't want to say they didn't have a choice, but you didn't have a choice. And it's almost like with the, what they call it, the arranged marriage thing. When your family's pride is on the line, it's already been predetermined for you. When people don't like each other initially, by the end of it, they have stronger relationships than people who, pick out their own partners, because it's like you have the flame early on
fell
and then
in
it
love.
dies out. Yeah. And then you build the foundation when you're in that arranged thing, but you like say you have a flame that ends up dying out when you do that the love at first sight shit. So yeah, definitely we definitely got to make people get back to their roots. So yeah.
Well, and I think that the entire energy is shifting anyway, so that the old ways work, but we're not too familiar with all the different old ways. And so that's why, in fact, the post that won't upload on TikTok, what I was talking about today, was to be careful about falling for what you're trying to adapt to in this change right now. Because I think, like, most people could feel that we're going through some sort of shift. You got a hell of people that decide they want to talk about it now. Every other post on TikTok on my algorithm is somebody trying to explain to me what we're going through right now. But it's still, everybody's just trying to search on how they're going to mentally prepare and get through this shift. And people got to be careful with what they're going to align themselves with, because you're still just reprogramming yourself. And there is a world that exists that isn't patriarchally dominated. Like, some of the most successful rulers in antiquity were female, even if they had to be under the guise of a male. And I'm sure that's going to make men uncomfortable. Like, hell no, I can't be ruled by no female. But you are ruled by a female. A woman took liquid, performed alchemy, and created you inside of her womb. that is your God. That is one of your gods. Whoever did that to you is one of your gods, and that is a woman. And so I think dudes just need to be very careful as they try to heal themselves right now, because that's another thing. People are getting crazy because they sense that they need to be healed. They sense that they're broken and they need to go through a healing process. And they're trying to figure that part out. When it's really nothing more than getting all the unforgiveness and hate or envy, jealousy, lack of self-confidence, getting all that out of your heart so that you could be lighthearted. But dudes need to be careful not to fall into this trap where when the lights go out, you're going to be under my thumb, you're going to do what the fuck I say, and if you don't, you could bounce. Because that could backfire real quick. Because she could end up with a man that's actually in touch with himself. And then you're just going to be sick with no TV, no phone, no song.
Oh, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough for a lot of, and it's been crazy because it's been some real crazy content popping up on my shit. But it was one that came across that I actually found very interesting. He was talking about when the lights go out, permanently, and you have to travel and all that. And it was something I never thought about. And I was wondering how many women would respond to this. And I want to know in the chat, ladies, if you would be willing to do this for your survival. If a man told you that you needed to shave your head, right, remove all accessories, and make yourself as mannish as you possibly could be to survive, would you ladies be willing to do it? Because he brought up the point that women propose a threat depending, for bad actors, depending on what's going on, where, who, what, why. People are going to be more likely to attack a group that would have women and young children, right? We're talking about the lights go out. Let's say it's a post-apocalyptic scenario. We won't go Walking Dead. We won't throw any zombies there. But something of that nature. If it was required for you to survive, right? If there are groups after you for whatever reason, would you be willing to do it? I don't know if most women would. I don't want to say that because I think den women are a little bit different. But I think most women, I think you'd have some women in particular groups, they'd stash a spare wig or two, They'll find a way.
I do believe in the concept of out of sight, out of mind. So I don't think it would take women as long as it seems to detox from the vanity. Because women by nature are driven by envy and not wanting to go through the everyday, monotonous, like boredom. They're mostly driven by envy and boredom. So if you remove 90% of the envy that they could possibly have by removing their access to social media, then you're not really gonna have to deal with it. So I think that for survival purposes, I could see a lot more women getting on board with that. Now, if it happened right now, and you had to tell women, hey, like you need to shave your head and put on some Jenko jeans, they'll probably not want to do something like that.
Oh shit! Let's bring back some old shit. Yeah, they definitely would. They'll fight you to death for some shit like that. As long as they seen another woman with some
yeah, they'll be like, I'd rather die.
Yeah, it would definitely. It would definitely be a terrible situation. Oh, okay.
But I think that's really only going to be a problem in the inner city, though. Just to be honest, like if you're in the inner city, you might run into those kind of problems. But the more I like take a step back and just observe humanity, I don't think we're going to turn on each other at as high as a volume as people think. Like, yeah, you're going to have people out there that are hungry, but you're going to have people that are willing to help people that are hungry. You know what I mean? There's going to be people that still want to steal shit like jewelry or cars or things like that. But, that's not that hard to deal with. I got like 2,000 rounds for each of my things. And I know a couple of my neighbors, like We'll be all right.
Yeah.
We're not all walking away. That's all I know. So.
But yeah, and I think that's a huge thing too. Prior to things taking place, is if you are in a neighborhood, you do have a sense of community, really having a good relationship with your neighbors, right? Because if it's a situation like that, and you're gonna plan to remain in a certain location, you want to know who's around you, and you want to know that y'all on the same page when things go awry. Okay.
Yeah, it's good to start talking to each other again. It's good for
Still,
people to start talking to each other again.
it's crazy. You still got some people who are still, man. There's still a lot of maskers out there. That actually makes me concerned. Like I've been seeing a lot more mask wearers lately, but I'm not really worried about it. But it just lets me know that there's still a few far between. There's still some of those out there. Probably big new transplants from California.
I wouldn't worry about them. There's going to be government assistance out there, and they will happily take it. So let them go sleep in their small cities or smart cities or wherever it is they're taking those people.
But the fucking battery packs. Oh
yeah, just let them live. Let them live in the metaverse. They'll be fine.
Scary, but it's crazy. Well, Mr. Lewis, any other thoughts on your mind about anything you may have come across, discussed, things that are going on in the world?
No, man. It's just good to talk to you again.
Oh, I know what I'm going to ask you about. Have you heard of this guy? And we'll actually, I wanted to, if you got some time, we'll jump in the Discord and talk. Post people like, what the hell are you guys talking about? It's a guy. I want to say his name is Archaics or something like that. Apparently, he has an issue with Mr. Carson, and I guess he's been saying a bunch of off the wall stuff. I'll share it. I kind of came across some stuff. I'll share it in the.
With Billy Carson.
Yeah, with Billy Carson. Yeah.
Is he saying that he has like a certificate from MIT and he's not really educated and all this other stuff?
Yeah, he was saying something. I think he was alluding to him being an agent and a bunch of other little
things.
So,
no, I haven't heard that, but
yeah.
that don't surprise me.
Yeah, so a bunch of off the wall stuff.
People are really afraid of wealth.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the spiritual circles, they see somebody with money or that they have nice things, and they just automatically assume that their spirituality is fake. So, I mean, I can't vouch for Billy Carson. I don't know the dude.
Yeah.
So, for all I know, he could be an agent. But we're all agents, one way, shape, or form. We all have a programming that we're stuck with that we're representing. But no, I'm gonna have to check that. You said Archaic?
Yeah, I think his name was like Archaic. Yes.
I'm gonna have to check out what he's saying.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, that was it, man. I didn't really have any. I just called because I haven't talked to you in a while, and no one else is calling. So
yeah, a bunch of poop butts over there. Don't want to call it. But it's all good. I definitely always enjoy the conversation. So, if nobody will chop it up, definitely enjoy chopping it up with Mr. Lewis, because it's always a good, thoughtful conversation and give me something else to look into. So I definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate your time, Honcho. I'll talk to you later, bro.
I'll talk to you later. Appreciate you calling us. Showing your thoughts with me this evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Shout out to everybody in the chat but Heidi. Let me see what I have to do here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What's the motherfucking deal? Who have called into the den this evening?
It's Josh Hardaway Jr.
Josh Hardaway Jr., how you doing this evening? What's on your mind tonight, sir?
I'm tired, man. I just got off of work.
Oh, shit.
Just like 7 o'clock this morning.
Good grief. Definitely putting in the hours. Okay. So what's on your thought? What are your thoughts, man? We're talking about the mom and the baby who got hit by the Uber driver. Who do you feel was in the wrong in that situation?
it is purely and solely the responsibility of a parent to protect their child from all threats. Anything happens to your child, it is your fault. It's simple. Like Illusion said, like I don't walk around the front of cars. I watch out if I'm with people that have kids. I make sure that those kids are good while they're in my presence, even if the parent is there. I'm constantly aware of what's going on around them. So to me, it's no excuse for that to happen.
I agree. And like I say, it's hard for me to find any validation either. Again, it's extremely sad that it took place. And again, I can't find fault with it. You can't see a kid. I mean, in that position, like, what was he supposed to do? He checked his vehicle. You don't see the kids in the vehicle. You're assuming that a parent has taken it. You would assume. And again, I know kids are learning to walk and all that other stuff. Like they said that she wasn't even 2 years old yet. So this is a small child.
Yeah, you would assume that child would be your first priority. The youngest child should be your first priority.
Yeah. Like
you off in La La Land about whatever the fuck you worried about.
Exactly.
And you let your child get run over. And now you want to get people beat up and shit.
That's the craziest. If I was an Uber driver, like I said, I'd be suing the family. I'd be suing the complex. I'd be suing.
If I was the Uber driver, that baby wouldn't have been the only one that got ran the fuck over.
Oh shit! That's what I wanted to. So I got two real questions now. Like, did he unlock his door and allow them to pull him out? You know what I'm saying?
He was probably in shock that he just ran over a child. You know?
Yeah, but I mean,
so he probably was frozen. He was probably frozen in the moment, huh? Cause his car was probably already in a lot.
Yeah,
he probably even got out to see what the fuck happened. You know?
Yeah, that's
he probably was being a good. After making a mistake, he probably was being a good person and trying to figure out what the fuck he could do, or what the situation was. And these motherfucking heathens jumped on his ass.
He should have known that he was in Negro territory. He was surrounded, and he should have. And then, like I say, the other little dude on the thing, almost trying to make it seem like it was old buddy fall. Like niggas gotta. This is why I feel like I know I don't want to say it to you. I don't believe the driver was black in this situation. What do you think the race of the driver was?
I would assume either of Arab or Oriental descent. Is it Oriental still?
I think they get a little flustered about that. I'm still using Oriental. As far as I know, I think they still make Oriental noodles. So I'm gonna go with that.
Chinaman.
Yeah.
Might have been a Chinaman.
I take a chang. I take a chang chong. I walk into the China club. He was AT&T Indy. Terrible, BR. And shout out to Big BA for the BL. And shout out to BR, the funny nigga. Look, that's my favorite of all racial epithets. That is by far my favorite one. That's like when I learned it, and I learned it at U of H from my partner from New Orleans. So you got to think of the New Orleans accent when they say it. And then, like, man, it's my favorite. It's my favorite racial epithet of all. The Oriental noodles are gone. They don't make Oriental. What about Oriental rugs? Oriental say soy sauce now?
What about spices of the Orient?
Spices of the Orient. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is wrong with Oriental? Like, how is this a bad thing? Like this is where the Orient, I'm assuming same root word like orientation or some shit like that. So there's like where maybe origin. I don't know. I'm trying to give it to. This is to me sounds like a good thing. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at Orient like this can't be a bad thing, right? Like what does this mean? Again, yeah. But there's that. Said if it was a black woman driver, would this be all be okay? No. It's if it was a black woman driver, they wouldn't have beat her up. Then it would have somehow been the baby's fault.
If it was a black woman driver, she'd have a GoFundMe with like 20K in it already.
Yeah. Oh, this woman gonna have a GoFundMe already too. I bet. Like, I guarantee she's
No,
gonna have
I'm
a Go.
talking about if it
Oh,
would have been even
the black girl. Oh
even
yeah.
if it would have been the driver was a black woman, she would have started a GoFundMe for the trauma that this has caused to her.
Yeah, look, it'd have been like this. Honestly, if this was a black woman, somehow, some way, at the end of the day, this would have been the baby's fault. Because black women are not taking accountability from each other. They'll find a way to. It'd have been some nigga who wasn't even there. It'd have been somebody baby daddy fault. Well, if he'd have been watching the kid wouldn't have been in front of him. They'd have found some way to not put any of the accusations on black women. That's what would happen with that. But I do believe that it had to be someone of Arabic descent, Arab, or fucking I don't know. I don't think they would jump on a white guy like that. I think he might probably Asian or some type of Indian Arabic descent.
If it was a white man, he would have turned into an active shooter.
They've been all different crimes, so you know.
Oh, he's activated.
I've been waiting on this moment. Shit. Right. This is the deal. So yeah, that's what I say. It's fucked up, and again, you know, I feel fucked up because I'm laughing. It's just, but like with so much fucked up shit happening in the world, you mean what you gotta fucking laugh to keep from fucking crying about the shit.
You gotta find a way to keep your joy, man. You can't let the evils of the world bring you down. You know, it's all around us.
Yeah, that baby didn't escape having looks. I'm gonna say something that may sound fucked up to some of y'all, but in a situation like that, that baby was probably dealing with worse than. Well, I'm not saying the baby deserved it, not that it was good, but that in the circumstances, the demographics, and just looking at what you know about that looked to be maybe a mom and 3 other kids. I don't know if they were all her. I don't know the details of the story, right? But you ain't see no dad around. You kind of see the situation. Statistics say that baby may not have had the best life moving forward, right?
We did. Let's make this clear. We are not laughing at the baby or the death of the baby.
No.
We're laughing at a made-up scenario of what the race of this driver could have been.
Yes.
Let's just make that clear. Rest in peace to that baby. Nothing is funny about it. The only thing is just this situation was totally avoidable if somebody just cared about their child. So
let's see. Heidi, I did not laugh immediately. I saw the video multiple times. And then it got to the point where I actually, like I said, I saw the headline first. Imagine when I saw the headline and I read what happened before they gave no details. They didn't give anything. I knew exactly what it was like. I imagined literally this scenario. And then when the video came out, I actually went back to sleep. I got back up and I saw the video. And I'm like, God damn, this is exactly what I thought it was. And then once I saw they beat the man up, I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely some niggas. When I read that initially, I was like, you already knew it was niggas. Like that, you knew beating up the fucking driver after that's immediate nigga move, right? Like so that solidified that.
As soon as I heard the area of Houston, I heard.
Oh yeah, that too. But it's just like, have I just turned here? I think I've been healed for quite some time. But yeah, and so it was a situation, but statistically, and I'm not saying that, look, I'm not condoning, not wishing, but again, if you're that neglectful in a situation, again, we're not in the house, we're not in the comfort zone, we're not in a protected area, and you're that neglectful of a toddler. I could only imagine how much you let it run around the house doing whatever, not paying no attention, probably on your phone, probably whatever, or having these other kids look after the baby. And that's the thing I can't stand. Like, why? You have kids and make the other kids have to, like the older kid. That's why the older kids are always different than the rest of them, because the older kid has to watch out for the little kid. And the older kids never have a chance to have a real childhood because they become extra young ass parents doing a bunch of shit that they did not sign up for. So yeah, it's a weird ass thing though. Yeah, it's
all right, Honcho. It's bashing time.
All right, bash.
Yeah, and let's talk about it. Y'all proved the point that Honcho and Illusion was making. We talking about the world ending. We talking about people starving, people riding. No more life as you know it. And y'all worried about wearing fucking pants.
Put the motherfucking pants on. Hey, look at that bald-headed man in that dress. Yeah.
We about to be, first of all, we about to be off in the woods. You might want to have some fucking pants on. Or your ass going to be scratched up. Your ass going to be susceptible to all kind of poisonous plants and everything else. You're going to be getting stung the fuck up, bit the fuck up. All because you trying to be pretty in a world that none of that shit matter no more.
I feel like Michelle's worn more pairs of pants than I have.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot because you want to wear a dress in an apocalypse. Okay.
You don't own pants, Michelle? Of course, the pants own you. But, so, I mean,
God,
look.
God didn't say nothing about that. Let's talk about it. But anyway.
What's the thing? What they call it? What's them overpriced ass Nike sweats that I would never in my life, the Protex or Nike Tech or whatever that shit is? Ain't no motherfucking way. Well, yeah. Well, we all know Michelle's too. Michelle's really. We gotta have when we get in here, when we get in the Discord after the thing, because I asked the question in here the other day, but I didn't. I meant to ask in the Discord because I have a good. I know who my answer is. But we have to. We're gonna have to. I need to take a survey in the fucking Discord today. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Acting like you know anything about the Bible. You don't know your baby daddy. I'm sorry. I told you to stop doing it.
Breaking news on tonight's
I
Den.
apologize.
Oh. Whew. Yeah. If I didn't talk shit, I would be hot. So, that sounds like racism, Michelle. But yeah. So
away from what? Come on with it.
Salvation. So
I showed. Have you ever been swallowed?
Oh no, it's a bro. It's a dude. I don't know if you follow him. If you ever seen this dude named Reese Christopher. Whatever, he doing all the Houston skits and shit. But he do. Have you seen the one where like how a nigga feel when he come from the bar and he leave his old lady a voicemail? He's like, "Hey, babe, I'm finna go to the store. I'm gonna get a couple little things. I'll be there. Let me know if the kids need anything." So let me play that back. See how it sounds. Like, I'm crispy, man. You can keep them kids. I'm for the streets. Like, and it's a whole different fucking message whenever it fucking it plays back. That motherfucker there. And I find my whole point that I was finna fucking make with this shit. But yeah. I said I lost my train of thought and I'm laughing about the goddamn joke. You come back to me in just a second. But in the meantime, Michelle's an asshole, so how about that?
Oh, let's touch on it a little bit. That dude you talking about, bro. That dude is a hater, bro.
Oh, buddy, you seen him? The arcade guy?
Yeah. Billy already went on his ass.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, when you doing the type of stuff that he's doing, you can't just lie about having a degree from MIT, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was the case, they would have canceled that nigga a long time ago.
Like easily discoverable information.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I said. I heard. Yeah, like I said, it was a bunch of going back. I was on a page that I've been following. Very interesting page. And they posted something from Billy Carson, and then some chick jump in there talking about, well, I'm his ex. What'd you say, ex fiance or something? You know, you already know what that means. I'm his ex fiance. If y'all only knew, and that like. Oh, the motherfuckers start getting on that. What you in here for, a bitch, trying to get some attention? Like, you just gonna come here and say some if you only knew, you ain't provide nothing. Like, shut the fuck up. And then some other motherfuckers started talking about the other dude, and that's when I seen some. I guess there was some conflictory going on, and I was like, oh, I need to share this with the den folks, see what they thought about it.
Seeing some good old niggatry. That's what you see. Niggatry at its finest.
Yeah. Niggas gonna nig. That's the reason why motherfuckers ain't getting nowhere, because there's always got to be some kind of conflict. Hey, it's easiest to say, hey, I don't necessarily agree with so and so's views, so I look at it this way, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, niggas got to make sure they tear down everybody else and do all this other nonsense. But yeah, as a matter of fact, there's one of the people from the YouTube page I sent you that I was following, and so
Oh, okay.
Chris, dude being crispy, but it was something it was a point I was making for him before the crispy for the streets, and I forgot why I was making that, but it'll hit me like in 15 minutes. But oh yeah, that was the original point I was trying to fucking make. But yeah, Biden is the first non-Ivy League president since yo mama. But yeah, there's that. So, Mr. Mel, anything else on your mind from that we've discussed or talked about this evening that you would like to speak on?
Just kind of what I said earlier, man. Like, don't let the tragedies of this world bring you down. Everybody in the chat, y'all keep y'all joy. It is fucked up to laugh about it, but you gotta laugh not to cry. You gotta laugh to move on, live another day. So just find joy in life and keep doing what y'all doing, unless y'all out here being whores. And that's it.
Oh, that's a good question. Real quick, before you done, was that lady right? Is any woman begging for dick online a whore?
She is, but I'm gonna give it to her.
Hey, sometimes even a whore has to score. Hey, that's all I'm saying.
I'm not God. Like let's talk about it. Said I'm not God. So I mean that's between her and.
That's fucking funny. All right. Well, that's BET, Mr. J Bell. And definitely chopping up with you here shortly. If you're gonna be in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll be in there.
Matter of fact, speaking of Discord, let me pull the deal in. But I appreciate you chopping up with me this evening, sir.
Sure. That's a bit.
All right, so it's about that time, y'all. And y'all know what time that is. I'm gonna tell y'all something. See, Michelle been here trying to play all holier than now. If y'all saw the stuff she sent after the streams, you would be disgusted. Because I'm disgusted. And let me get the link for y'all. Bam, bam. Blickety blah, blah. Bloopity bloop. And go. We got to give Michelle a hard time. I'm sure one of her relatives probably sicked one of them German shepherds on a cousin of mine or something a few decades ago. Hey, there go Dita Gamma. Shout out to Dita, the lovely Miss Dita Gamma. I was talking about how you've been attacking me on Monopoly Go and you're a terrible person. Heidi, terrible person. Let's see. Michelle, you don't even be in Discord. Who hurt me? I hurt myself. Stubbed my pinky toe on the edge of the bed, and I regret it ever since.
Somebody come look at this. This is a prom in Uganda. Wow.
Looking like decent human being. How the fuck they got more style than we? That's look. Sharp dressed young men. No, I don't see no Yaki. I don't see no what's that? Brazilian number 9. I don't see none of that shit. Niggas ain't outrageous, niggas smooth. Look, he ain't even got no date. They ain't even matching. They ain't overdoing it, but they still look nice. And you got niggas. Nigga looking like a strawberry. Nigga looking like Neapolitan ice cream. Looking like that Napoleon ice cream. Hell yeah. Look at this nigga. This guy, all these motherfuckers gotta be from Florida. Like, y'all, this is why I hate y'all. Y'all, like, this is why I hate y'all. I be putting weave in the little girl head. But you know, girl can be like, y'all do that. Let me get off this fucking street. I'm going in tomorrow, right? I told myself at a certain point in time I got to cut off, like, so I can actually start decompressing because I can't cut it off, and so it's starting to cause problems. Not problems, but I just got to start cutting stuff off, right? I just got to start. Yeah, yeah. This shit is terrible, right? DeMarcus lost his rent. And then look, let me talk about that little nigga Roman. Roman talked about he want the wrench. I told him to drop a message in the chat after the stream. He ain't drop a message in the chat after the stream, so I couldn't even give him the damn wrench. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? You know what I mean? So so there's that. It's all Gucci. With that being said, Discord, drop the Discord link. Y'all be in there. What's the saying? Beat me there, don't meet me there. I don't even know where it's at. I'm already in that thing. Bye to beat y'all. We'll get a round or two of this putt action. Y'all ain't about that life. Matter of fact, I'm already ready. I'm up, baby. I'm already in the putt room, all that good shit. All right. That's what we're gonna do in the next live stream. We're gonna have a putt tournament. But all right, with that being said, show what I do. Y'all be cool. Catch y'all tomorrow, man. We might have a day then. We might double up tomorrow. I'm testing some things, seeing when the best interaction is. We may do a day den tomorrow. We've got a couple of interesting topics I want to talk about. If we don't day den, we'll definitely den in the evening. But we may day den tomorrow. I'm thinking I'm stuck between 12, 1 p.m. Central Time. So one of those times we'll day den tomorrow. But with that being said, so produce. Yeah, you be busy trying to get your goddamn Instagram account back. I'm going. Oh. See, before I so rudely exit. Again, it is my honor. It is my privilege. But truly, sincerely, and I thank each and every one of you. I love talking to you all. It is my pleasure to get to chop it up with you wonderful people each and every night that we do go live. We're going to get back on a consistent track. Like I said, I'm having a Discord here a little bit, chop it up, work on a couple of things I need to do in the background. I want a couple of notes I took for the stream to make sure we start getting things a little bit smoother. So I thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all sleep well, sweet dreams, and all of that lovely stuff. To each and every one of you. Adios.